Hey, what's up, guys? Welcome back to Guys of Magic. This is Hunter, Steven, and Shane. Say what up, boys.
Howdy, partners.
What's up, nerds?
Yeehaw, indeed. We are back looking at another day of Outlaws of Thunder Junction spoilers. Except we're just looking inside the vault because this is all the big score supplemental set that was supposed to come out after Outlaws of Thunder Junction, but instead they're just throwing it into Outlaws. So many mythics. Every single card is a mythic from the set. So let's go ahead and get started. But before we do, hit that like button, subscribe to the channel so you're keeping up to date with everything else that we got going on. We're quickly going to do those precon upgrades. You don't want to miss it. So let's start with this first card. This is Lost Jitte. It's 1 generic mana for legendary artifact equipment. It says whenever equipped creature deals combat damage, put a charge counter on Lost Jitte. Remove a charge counter from Lost Jitte, choose one. You can untap target land, or you could have target creature can't block this turn, or you could put a +1/+1 counter on equipped creature. It also has a equip cost of 1. Steven, what's the callback here?
Umezawa's Jitte.
That is correct. Exact same pose, too.
Yeah, it's awesome, dude. I get that it doesn't give you 2 counters, but I mean, everything is cheaper about it.
Everything is cheaper, yeah. The Umezawa's Jitte, it does cost 2. It puts 2 charge counters on it, and the equip cost is 2, so everything is just kind of lowered here. Is this card good?
I mean, with the colors on the blade and the art, I'm surprised they didn't call it Lost Lotus Jitte and make it cost 3, and then 3 +1/+1 counters and 3 charge counters.
I already have that, dude.
Good callback to yesterday.
Yes,
I think it's still a good card, though, dude.
it's a great card.
I don't know if it is. The only reason I say that is because you have to deal damage first. Otherwise, this card doesn't do anything. You have to get at least 1 charge counter on there. And yes, once you have the charge counter on there, then proliferate. Keep doing that. And then you can remove them. But, I don't know.
I mean, put this
I
in
mean,
an
it
equipment
comes
deck. you're
down
chilling.
pretty early.
Yeah.
I mean, equipment decks comes down early. Equip cost is low. Even if the creature dies to removal or anything like that, you just put it on something else. I mean, just the upside is pretty good. I mean, untap target land, target creature can't block, +1/+1 counters. I mean, I don't really see too much of a negative. I mean, obviously, what you said, Hunter, it does have to deal with combat damage, but I don't know. I think the fun thing is, I mean, I guess technically, I mean, correct me if I'm wrong. Combat damage, even if it deals damage to a creature that blocks, I mean, it still counts as combat damage, right?
You are correct. It does not say to a player. So combat damage is combat damage no matter what. So yeah, it is very easy to actually put the charge counter on. I was just playing devil's advocate. I think this card is fantastic.
You're being a dumb devil's advocate.
I know. But yeah, Lost Jitte. Welcome to the land of magic, I guess. We got the new Jitte. Now we got both. We could be who was that character that had Jittes?
Yeah, GTA, man.
Electra.
Umezawa?
Umezawa. That's his lost one. Let's move on. This is Bristlebud Farmer. It's 2 and 2 green for a 5/5 creature plant druid. It's got trample, and it says when it enters the battlefield, create 2 food tokens. And whenever Bristlebud Farmers attacks, you may sacrifice a food. If you do, mill 3 cards. You may put a permanent card from among them into your hand. That good.
That's, I mean, yeah.
4 mana,
Is it?
5/5 trample. Yeah, it's
Doesn't he have to deal the damage? I mean, with as many food decks that came out during the Lord of the Rings set, I mean, I think the extra food support has been shown greatly over the past couple releases so far. So, I mean, they're definitely leaning into it.
yeah, that's true.
I don't know if this card is that good. I mean, yeah, we're at a point where we're in green where we're just making things bigger than they cost forever. But I don't know. It's okay. Not too crazy for me, but yeah, food becoming a thing always.
Yeah, I'm just gonna put this in the goose deck. Cast the goose, make a shit ton of food. Boom.
But I will say 4 mana for a 5/5 with trample with upside.
Yeah, not
Still a
bad.
good card. Moving on to a land. We haven't talked about lands in a while. This is Tarnation Vista. It's a land that enters the battlefield tapped. As it enters, you choose a color. You can tap it to add 1 mana of the chosen color, or you can pay 1, tap it. For each color among monocolored permanents you control, add 1 mana of that color.
Huh.
Pretty good, dude.
What in Tarnation's going on here?
Oh
This
no.
is Shrine to Nykthos at home, kind of.
Yeah.
Definitely not as good, but
Cabal coffers, kind of right.
nah, not Cabal coffers, but it's more of a. At most, this can make you 4 mana if you're running a
Oh, I
5/5
see.
deck.
Got it.
And it's only among monocolored permanents, so you have to hit that stipulation. If you have any multicolored permanent, it doesn't count.
Got it.
But it's not terrible. I like this card.
I'm a huge fan
versatile.
of this card, dude.
Yeah, it's versatile.
Yeah. What deck would you put it in? Anything?
Any of my 5-color decks?
Yeah.
1000%.
You're running a lot of monocolored permanents in that?
I do actually. Like in my Go Shinsai deck, pretty much they're all monocolored. So this would be fantastic in that deck.
That's actually true. Yeah, that is a really good deck to throw this in too. But yeah, if you're running anything like Steven's running, pick this copy up because this will probably be a more expensive card because it's mana fixing as well. Choose the color you're missing.
I like it.
Yeah, I do too. Let's move on. This next one, Hostile Investigator. It's 3 and a black for a 4/3 creature, ogre, rogue, detective. It says when Hostile Investigator enters the battlefield, target opponent discards a card, and whenever 1 or more players discard 1 or more cards, investigate. This ability triggers only once each turn. These guys seem to have come from Murderers at Karlov Manor.
He's still trying to figure out the mystery.
Yeah, where'd this portal come from? How'd I get here? This seems like a good card for those mill decks or discard decks.
Yeah, I mean, investigating is good, I guess.
Gives you card draw.
Yeah, once each turn. Definitely good.
Yeah.
Sorry, that was extreme sarcasm. I don't like this card.
Yeah, it's kind of, I don't know.
I don't know. I like it in standard right now. There's an Acklazotz deck that's kind of all over the place. That's super annoying. So I mean, you could throw it into that one because it's discarding things. Because Acklazotz is a 5-drop, so this is pretty good on curve.
Yeah.
And it just gives you card draw from there because whenever Acklazotz attacks, they discard a card, and if an opponent can't, you draw a card. It's good.
I appreciate the devil's advocate here, but
hey, I'm just trying to tell you what it can go into. You know,
Okay,
Hostile
okay.
Investigator can go into that deck.
All right. I understand. Not my favorite card so far of the day, but I understand.
Hey, we're getting to a point where we're starting to see bulk mythics, which is not good because there should not be bulk mythics.
Well, when everything in this supplementary set is mythic, like, what are you gonna do?
True. I mean, you said the rarity was even higher on these, right?
Yeah, it's like they were saying every 100 mythics, you get like 80 of these.
Yeah, which is, wait a minute,
Harder.
you get 80 out of 100?
No, I'm saying like, if you were to open up 100 mythics, the same rate would be like 80 of these. You know what I'm saying?
Cool. So there's 100 to 80 is what you're saying.
Yeah.
Got it. All right, well, it would be a bummer to open something like this, or like I said yesterday, Rest in Peace is 90 cents instead of a better mythic. I don't know.
Yeah, that'd be a bummer.
Speaking of better mythics, let's move on to this next card I think is really good. It's Harvester of Misery. It's 3 and 2 black for a 5/4 creature spirit. It's got menace, and when it enters the battlefield, other creatures get -2/-2 until end of turn. Or it has another ability. You can pay 1 and a black and discard Harvester of Misery. Target creature gets -2/-2 until end of turn.
I do like that.
Ooh, the versatility here. This is really good.
Sure.
What do you mean, sure? This card's great.
I mean, I'd rather spend 1 more black and just keep using Massacre Worm.
Well, I mean,
sorry,
the
that's Commander.
flexibility here to go ahead and pitch this out of your hand to give something -2/-2. That's solid.
Yeah.
I mean, I see it. I don't know. I'm not here for it.
It avoids counterspells.
Sure.
That is true.
Mm-hmm.
I kind of like this card, yeah. At least in standard. In the standard environment, seems pretty sick.
Oh, it's so good in standard.
Yeah. Or I guess
I mean, also with I know we kind of talked a little bit yesterday about them kind of like printing ahead of Bloomborough, and like the -2/-2 will definitely wreck some pests.
That's true too.
Yeah.
Also, this artwork, awesome.
Super scary.
Yeah.
Like we're in the upside down, dude.
Harvester of Misery, dude. All right, let's get greedy with this next card. This is Gamble of Greed. It's 3 and a black for an enchantment. It says when Gamble of Greed enters the battlefield, draw 3 cards, gain 6 life, and create 3/2/1 black bat creature tokens with flying. It's pretty good. But
Yeah.
the downside here, at the beginning of your end step, discard a card, lose 2 life, and sacrifice a creature. When Gamble of Greed leaves the battlefield, discard 3 cards, lose 6 life, and sack 3 creatures.
What?
Get greedy. You want the good stuff? You better win.
Is there a way to like get around this stuff? Jesus. And if
I
you
don't think so.
Dude. Yikes.
How greedy you want
This
to be.
enchantment can destroy you.
And also very much help you.
Oh, I know. That's like you kept reading. I was like, yeah, you were getting a lot.
What do you think, Steven?
I don't know, man. My head's a turning here.
Trying to
Birds
figure
a
it out, dude.
burning, dude.
I think this is more of a standard card for sure. I mean, obviously, we can kind of, dabble into commander a little bit since this isn't really like a legendary creature. I don't know if I'm throwing this in a commander deck. I mean, there's so many spells in black that allow me to draw cards to just sack a creature. I mean, the gain 6 life is kind of nice, but I mean, the downside here is aggressive. Just your opponent removing this, you lose a lot, and I'm
Well,
not a big fan of that.
here's the thing people are saying is that you give it to your opponent.
How do you give it to your opponent?
Well, there are ways to give someone something.
Trade? We'll
Tradesies.
trade these? Twins.
Yeah, I'll put this on the field, and then once it's on the field, I'm just gonna give this to you.
I mean, this goes really good in that curse deck. Yeah.
Oh, so you would get all the benefit and then you kick it away and then it leaves
Here you
on their
go.
side.
Yeah,
Oh man, that would be so I would just scoop.
it'd be pretty annoying, that's for sure. All right, let's move on to this next one. It is Sandstorm Scrapper. It's 2 and a green for a 1/1 creature human artificer. It says when it enters the battlefield, create a 3/3 colorless golem artifact creature token. It also has another ability you can pay 2, tap it, put a +1/+1 counter on each creature token you control. They gain trample until end of turn.
I mean, absolute banger, dude.
You're gonna be hurting people.
Yeah, for 3 mana, it's
Yeah.
a good effect.
Yeah, it is.
3 mana for 4 power, and then the next turn you're just
Dude, the fact that you're giving, I mean, the 1/1 counters on each thing is awesome, but then you're giving him that insane evasion to be like, all right, now just run over everyone on the board. Like, what? That's really good, dude. You would love this card, Hunter.
I would love this card. I do love this card.
I was like, you're counter boy. You love this card.
And tokens, dude? Can somebody say doubling season?
Huh.
Yeah, this
Wow.
card goes nuts for sure.
Yeah, this is gonna see some play for sure. I hate it when there's a good or what?
You hate it when there's a good card because
Yeah,
nothing
we all
else
just
to
get
say.
kind of quiet. We're like, yep, we said that this card's sick. Like, now what?
Well, I will say it's interesting that we keep seeing these like golems in his background. I assume these are all from inside the vault. Just like
Yeah.
the protectors of the vault. I didn't read too much into this whole storyline here, but these golems are kind of cool looking.
Bunch of Golemancers, dude. Yeah.
I mean, they're probably going to be my favorite tokens when they come out.
The golems?
Yeah, I mean, they look sick, dude.
Yeah. I'll tell you what else is sick. This next card. This next card is Generous Plunderer. It's 1 and a red for a 2/2 creature human rogue. It's got menace, and it says at the beginning of your upkeep, you may create a treasure token. When you do, target opponent creates a tapped treasure token. And it also says whenever Generous Plunderer attacks, it deals damage to defending player equal to the number of artifacts they control.
Wow.
It's a good
No.
one. I
Wow.
like it.
I hate helping my opponent, but that seems pretty good.
Yeah, I don't care to help my opponent at all. I'll tell you what though, this slots insanely well into the Kibu deck.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Little gruel monkey dude, opponent sack and stuff. You're putting +1/+1 on all your monkeys. Oh, this would be great in that deck.
with the amount of mana rocks and other artifacts that people are consistently making, like if someone had a Smothering Tithe and there's Hoarding Treasures, this will deal so much damage to your opponents.
Dude, for sure.
I mean, this would completely wreck the Morska deck. Morska just cared about making so many artifacts, and then if this was on the field for 2 mana, this thing just swings, I would die probably
It's slapped
instantly.
for 15 each swing, dude.
Yeah.
Yeah, because most of the time, early game, this comes down to 2. Most of your opponents are playing those mana rocks and
Yeah.
preparing their board to play other stuff. So you're
Yeah.
swinging in, dealing early damage to people. It's got menace, a little bit of evasion there. I like it.
Even not in EDH though, like, is this still a good bear for like a red deck hunter in standard?
I think you'll see play in standard because I don't think the tempo of giving someone a tap treasure, it doesn't matter if you're winning.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. Yeah.
So I think this is going to see play 100%. People are really confused though because a lot of these cards that we've been seeing from the vault are so good, which means we finally have use for mythic wild cards. Get ready to use
Yeah.
all of them.
There you go, dude. I have like 1 billion mythic wildcards on Arena.
Yeah,
I have like 2 rare.
I don't.
he doesn't play arena. We get it.
I mean, I had a whole bunch, and then I built a. Oh my god, I forgot the name of the card.
Oh no, you built a Kennen.
Yes, I built a Kinnan. I built
Yeah.
a Kinnan deck for Brawl, and
Yeah.
literally that sucked every single resource I've ever gained on Arena.
Yep.
If you played more, you have more resources.
Okay, Hunter.
I could just play with cards.
Well, let's move on to the final card we're talking about today. It is Ancient Cornucopia. 2 and a green for an artifact. It says whenever you cast a spell that's 1 or more colors, you may gain 1 life for each of that spell's colors. Do this only once each turn. You can also tap it to add 1 mana of any color. Probably the worst card we've seen so far.
I mean, I do love the art here that it is in that like astral cornucopia kind of like vibe. It's pretty sick. I'm not gonna lie to you.
I'm trying like I think out of all of us, I am the advocate for 3 mana rocks. And this one it is, but like it passively does stuff for you, which is good. Like besides what's another good one?
Chromatic,
oh my god, chromatic.
Chromatic Lantern.
Thank you.
You're probably playing over.
You're right.
this
You're right.
every
Because
time.
chromatic just fixes everything.
And this is green. Green doesn't need any help ramping.
Yeah, that's
so,
true. Never mind. I'm out.
Yeah, it's pretty bad.
I
Like
forgot.
the life gain here is so doesn't even matter because it only happens once.
Yeah, that's weird. Never mind. Yeah, the green really does like that. Kind of sucks that it's actually a color.
It's weird. It's really weird. I don't know what was. I mean, I guess they had to create something new, right? But at mythic rarity, this is rough.
This ain't it. This ain't it, Chief.
What do you think, Steven? Besides the cool art.
I mean, that's all I had for it, to be honest with you.
Okay. Well, that is going to do it for us today. If you guys liked this video, hit that like button and subscribe to the channel. Once again, tomorrow is Commander Reveal Day. So you know we're going to be getting started with all those $100 and $300 upgrades for those pre-con decks. So
Very
better be
excited.
subscribed. We're coming. Check the description down below for links to our social media accounts. That's TikTok, that's Twitter, that's Instagram. At Guys That Magic for each one, especially our Instagram, because tomorrow, like I said, last day, we're going to go through our Instagram and see what are the most liked cards that we didn't end up talking about throughout the entire spoiler season. We'll talk about the top 3. And comment down below, what was your guys' favorite card? We are going to talk about our favorite cards, starting with Shane. Shane, what's your favorite?
I think I like the callback to the Umezawas, dude. I like the Lost Jitte.
Very good card. Steven, how about you? What's your favorite?
Easy pick. Tarnation Vista, baby.
Tarnation.
What in tarnation is going on here?
Let me guess, Hunter.
Okay.
Sandstorm Scrapper.
Nope, it's Harvester of Misery. I like that card a lot.
Damn it.
That's my favorite.
All right.
But yeah, you guys comment down below. Tell us what your guys' favorites were. Everyone you see on screen right now, those are our current Patreon subscribers. So thank you guys so much for your added support. It means the world to us. If you guys wanted to see what they are not seeing, check the description down below for the link to a Patreon account and consider subscribing. And until the next video, hope you guys have a great rest of your day. Peace.
Take care, guys.
See ya, nerds.